Hey guys, it's Patricia from tarantulaheaven.com and welcome to my channel if this is your first time. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for coming back and being a part of my community. I'm so happy to have you. And today I want to talk about mental health. I think that this is something that we need to talk about way more. And I've been thinking a lot about therapy pets and how therapeutic animals and creatures can be in our lives that we love. Some of you know and some of you don't. I am studying to get my master's in social work right now, so I can be a therapist. And it's really made me think about, what are good tools that we can have for things like anxiety and depression. And I'm in particular interested in this because anxiety and depression does run in my family, and I have been an anxious person for as long as I can remember. I get anxious about anything. I'm probably anxious. I am anxious about making videos. Like things like social anxiety, going through sad periods or low periods, and just like worrying constantly are things that I deal with on a regular basis, and so do so many other people. The statistics in America, at least, are that anxiety and depression are at highs right now. And so I think that talking about it definitely helps. So that's what I'm going to be covering in this video. So how does this even relate to tarantulas? I know you're thinking that. So therapy pets have normally been like considered cats and dogs, things like that in that nature, soft, furry, but I would make the argument that tarantulas or other pets, any pet that gives you enjoyment, can really be sort of like a comfort to you and also relieve stress, anxiety, or depression. A lot of people wouldn't think that a tarantula is a creature that could relieve anxiety. Most people probably say that it causes anxiety. And for those people, that's probably right. But for me, having Spidey has definitely helped me with my anxiety. And I've heard other tarantula owners say the same. And maybe you've experienced something like this, but something that I found out when I got Spidey, of course, even though I was like a little bit nervous and just really curious, and having a new pet always brings a little bit of anxiety because it's a change in your life, but having her really helped me settle down in my thoughts. And the reason that I noticed this was my first time holding her, actually. And now, before I get into this, I want to say that if you hold your tarantula, you need to know the proper way, the proper handling techniques, and you also need to know the risks. So I'm not saying that you should definitely hold your tarantulas, because the fact of the matter is they don't even really get anything out of it. So I just want you to be aware of that. But the thing that I noticed when I held her was that I actually got total relief from my anxiety for the first time. The first time I did hold her, and I was not expecting this at all, but when I was holding her, I finally felt like extreme mental clarity and just like freedom from like all these loops that are always running in my head. And that was because I had to focus completely on her. Like when you have a tarantula in your hand, they are unpredictable. You could hurt them, you could get hurt, anything could happen, and you need to put 100% of your focus on your tarantula and your actions when you're holding them. You cannot make any sudden movements. You can't like breathe around them. You have to be like on point. You can't get distracted. And that like one moment when I held her the first time was like when I noticed that like, wow, I have freedom from like the mental nonsense that I live with all the time. And it was just like a moment of extreme focus and clarity, and it was really beautiful. And that was kind of like when I realized that like, wow, like I was actually free from anxiety. And that moment has really helped me moving forward in my life. And that happened years ago, but I still remember it so clearly. Is when I kind of noticed that like different animals could actually be therapeutic to you. And now, to be honest, I do not hold Spidey pretty much at all anymore. It's very rarely that I hold her because, in all honesty, she is more happy when I leave her alone. And I would say that for most tarantulas, actually. Even though Spidey is very docile and she's very sweet, and she's older too, so she's not very aggressive in my experience, but she's happier left alone, and I don't like to stress her out, so I don't hold her very much. But just like watching her and taking care of her, and like tarantulas are such fascinating creatures that even just their silent movements and how slowly they move and I don't know, I found it very stress relieving for me, and just like kind of getting lost in watching them, you know. It's been really wonderful for me. And so I just wanted to share that, because I've heard other tarantula owners say that they've noticed that same kind of experience of like zoning in when they're interacting with their tarantulas, because I mean, you have to. This is a creature where you have to. And so I'm not condoning that you all like go hold your tarantulas and bother them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like be with your pets, like zone in on them, focus on them, learn about them, because taking the attention off of yourself and out of your thoughts has, for me, it's been really, really useful in managing anxiety. And tarantulas are a great pet because they are low maintenance. And, you know, to be totally honest, my cat stresses me out sometimes because she's so demanding. But tarantulas are not like that. You know, they don't cry. They don't scream at you if you do something or they want your attention. And you know, they're just really great pets that are just fascinating to learn about, and they don't mind if it's from a distance at all. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know what things you do for anxiety, or how your pets contribute to your mental health and have a positive impact on you. And if you have any other stories about how your tarantula has kind of helped you like get out of depression or deal with anxiety like it's helped me, definitely share that below. I'm really fascinated by these creatures, and like promoting the fact that they are awesome pets and that they deserve to be respected. So I think that they should also get the same recognition as being like comforting to humans and being useful in our lives. You know, these creatures get such bad reputations and they don't deserve it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and I'm looking forward to your comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. And I do put out tarantula videos every week, as well as tarantula tips and other stuff. So if you would like to be a part of that, definitely subscribe to my Tarantula Tuesday newsletter. I'm going to leave a link below. I also, if you are interested in learning more about tarantulas, I do have a tarantula guide too, and I'm going to leave the link to that as well. And I'm also in the process of making a tarantula magazine, and I am looking for submissions and opinions about how that could go. So I am totally open to suggestions. So if you would like to be a part of that, I have a Patreon page in the description that I'm going to link to, so definitely check that out. And I'm also going to be offering some behind the scenes fun stuff and some exclusive stuff about Spidey in there as well. So definitely check that out. And anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I would love to know if you feel the same way about tarantulas. So let me know. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.